ignition key on the glare shield. There we go. Documents arrow checked. Hobbs meter checked. 95.0. Control lock is removed. Electrical avionics are off. And fuel pump is off. All electrical off. Master switch on. Master switch on. Avionics master switch on. Check fans. We would hear the fans. And we see the amp load with respect to the fans coming on. Fuel check came up full. Oil temperature, oil pressure is cool. Amps are being used because we have the battery master on. And fuel flow 0, EGT 0. Flaps down. And here they come down. There's 10, 20, 30 degrees flaps down for the walk around check. Fuel gauges are check, flaps are down, exterior lights check. We would check all those, go around the aircraft, check it. Master switch off. Parking brake on. Cabin check complete, exterior inspection. Go out, walk around on the aircraft, and you can see the remove before flight on the pitot tube there. Before engine start, seat belt, shoulder harness fastened. Okay, seats are adjusted. I feel good. Back and forth. Seats are adjusted and locked. Brakes, test and set. Okay, I feel the pressure, and they're set. Fuel selector both. Fuel shutoff valve in. That would be down here. It would be in. This one does not have it. Circuit breakers check in. All circuit breakers are in. No others. Beacon on. Beacon is on. Avionics master switch off. Master switch on. Throttle quarter-inch open. Mixture idle cutoff. Aux pump on, and bring the mixture in. We get some fuel flow for priming. Back out. Boost pump is on. Mixture rich, 3 to 5 gallons, and then cut off. I just did that. Aux pump off. Propeller air clear. It's clear. Ready for start. Ignition switch start. Mixture all put in. And engine RPM 1000 RPM. Oil pressure check. Mixture and then flaps. So here we are. Make sure we got the right key. There we go. Okay, ready to start. Let's make sure it's primed. And we'll try that again. Okay, it started. 1000 RPM. You got the sound. Okay, we got 1000 RPM. And check. Oil pressure is up. Temperature's coming up. Fuel gauges are up. Fuel flow very low. Amps are positive. None of the circuit breakers popped. This is on both. Magneto's on both. Master is on. Fuel pump off. Beacon light on. And nav light on. Fuel heat's off. Avionics master on. Brakes are still there. Green. Set. Trim is set. Carb heat. Throttle 1000 RPM. I'm going to adjust the mixture a little bit out. Flaps up. 20, 10, and flaps are coming up. Flaps are indicated up, trim is neutral. So, after engine start, ignition switch start, did that. Mixture at engine, rich, did that. Engine RPM 1000, check. Oil pressure, check. Mixture is lean maximum, it is lean, and flaps are retracted. After engine start check was complete. Ready to taxi. Brakes release. Actually, let me set up my radios here. Avionics is on. These are all on. I'm going to turn the Garmin on. So while that's shooting up, I'm going to put 111.75 here. There's 11.75. That's for the ILS. and 15.7. There we go for the VOR that just came alive. Okay, base map, land database 3.0, terrain base, airport database, obstacle database, and we're good and current. And I hit OK. Now, LCD half left, it's halfway to the left. Localizer flag out of view, out of view. CDI half up, it's up. And to from is 2, it says 2. Annunciator on, no, it's on. RMI, OBS 150, 150, and direct track 150. That's set. All of that checks good. Fuel set for full, it is. Capacity is at 61, on board 61. Okay. Alright, let's do a flight plan. Off of that flight plan right there. KLGB to KSNA. KSNA, enter that, and that is set. That's a direct track over there. I'm going to do the procedure for select approach. I'm going to do the ILS 20 right first. Select that. I'm going to select from Seal Beach VOR. Enter that. Seal Beach, the airway, holding pattern, and the approach. I'm going to load that. Yes. And so I got Seal Beach, Sager, the hold, and so forth. So the flight plan looks good. Alright, that's set. Set this to a little bit nose up because we're sitting a little nose up. Okay, compass about 348 degrees and 348 degrees. That looks good. Heading for initial departure is going to be 260 right there. Okay, that is set. Alright, taxi, brakes are released, start rolling. Alright, check brakes, the brakes check. Here's Foxtrot, we'll make a turn here. Attitude stays erect, compass is turning and heading is turning. There's our taxi center line over there. And we'll make a left turn back here, go back to the runway. Taxiing is good. U-turn, get back onto the hold short, and we're holding short of 26 left at Long Beach runway on Delta. Alright, holding short, KSNA, KLGB to KSNA, and the approach is the, I'm going to select the ILS localizer runway 20. We're going to go to Seal Beach VOR outbound on the 049 degree radial. Holding pattern, course reversal, shoot the approach at Sager intersection 3,500 feet. So we're going to climb up to 3,500 feet. Run up and before takeoff checklist of these cigars, controls. Free and correct, rudders, instruments. 0, attitude set, altimeter 2992. Course is set. We're going to be doing the direct to Seal Beach is going to be about a 270 course, roughly 090. So that's pre-selected. Inbound course is going to be 196 and 115.7 here. I'll back it up and go 090 roughly. It's almost centering right there. Okay. So both of these are set, 15.7, 1175, 1175, 196 inbound course. Transponder 2347, that's set up, 2347. And that's an alt mode. And ADF is we're not going to use today. Set. So radios are set and ready for takeoff after the rest of the run. So controls, instruments, gas on both, attitude trim, set, moves properly, and then run up. So let's take a look at this. Parking brake set, it's set. Flight control screen correct, checked. Flight instruments set, checked. Fuel selector both, checked. Elevator rudder trim set, set. Mixture rich for run up, rich for run up. Throttle 1800 RPM. Yeah, we got 1800 RPM right there. Ammeter check. And here's the ammeter. It looks good. I'm going to check it with flaps. Slight movement. Check. Engine instruments check. Fuel, EGT, fuel flow, pressure, temperature, vacuum, check. Suction check. It's not on, so that means it's good. Magnetos check. We'll go 2 clicks. And we got a drop of about 100. Back to both. Drop about 100 and back to both. Throttle idle check, all the way back to idle. Smooth RPM. And let's see where it settles down. About 775, 750, looks good. Smooth RPM. And then back to 1000 for engine cooling. Back to 1000. Radios are set. Brakes release. Doors and windows closed. Flaps are set. And up. And mixture rich. We're ready for takeoff. Okay, brakes release. That should be about 260 on the compass and the heading indicator. Lights are on. Over. So landing taxi lights, strobe, lights, camera. Transponder is to out and action. Engine check. Airspeed alive. And we're airborne. Lightly tap on the brakes. You're up. 67 degrees, looks good. Brakes are checked, gears up. Flaps are up. 400 feet, clear left. And turn left. We're doing about 90 knots. Should be about 14 degrees of bank, 14 degrees of bank, standard rate turn. Moving 1000. Level. About 090 heading, clear left. 090 heading. Okay, 115.7. Lap 2. Pressure coming back to 25. Yep. That's correct. SLI. Did it? That's correct. RPM coming back. We're at 24. Checked. I can turn that on. 090 heading roughly. I'm going to center this with a 2. I can use it now. And it looks like a 077 course. 077, 2,500 for 3,500, 1,000 feet to go. Needle centered. Shows over here, we're tracking direct to the VOR. Here I'm going to go direct Seal Beach. So nope, I'm going to go back to flight plan, highlight Seal Beach. There's Seal Beach highlighted, 500 feet to go. Direct to Seal Beach, yes, activate, and there it is. That's centered, that's on GPS. So we're tracking the magenta line, direct to Seal Beach. 200 feet to level off, climbing a good 800 feet a minute. So 80 feet prior, there we are, 80 feet prior, start pitching down, relieve the pressure, there's 3,500, that's what we wanted. It's not on autopilot, still hand flying, accelerating. Pressures feel good. Still tracking direct Seal Beach, tracking direct Seal Beach. We're going to be outbound on the standby. Select this first. Let's go to 23 inches. There's 23 inches. 2300 RPM. Good veneer. There we go. Reduce downfall pressure. Tracking GPS, tracking VOR. Tracking direct. Okay, outbound, we're almost there. We're going to be outbound on the 049 degree radio. So 049, I'm going to continue tracking on this one. It's tracking there. 049 is pre-selected here, and it should change magenta there on its own. Crossing Seal Beach right there. And we've crossed. I'm going to turn to the new course. 049er. Right there. The new course is there, so I'm going to turn left. Same there. I'm going to go take a heading to 030. Intercept the course, intercept the radio. There's 030. Coming alive there, coming alive there. Going back to the heading. I'm going to slow down to slow cruise in order to get ready for the approach. So we're tracking. Okay, we're approaching the holding pattern at Snake. And I'm going to start slowing down here. We'll make a parallel entry. Turn left heading 016 for 1 minute. There's my timer. Clear it. So the timer is available on the aircraft itself and on my watch. Okay, so we're going to slow down to slow cruise. 20 inches of manifold pressure. Leave the RPM alone, it'll automatically adjust. And approaching Sager, slowing down. I've got autopilot on, flight director on. They are on 3,500 feet. That's Sager intersection. After Sager, we can go down to 3,400 feet, only 100 foot. There's 20 inches of manifold pressure, slowing down 120 knots. Gears up. And descent checklist. There's seatbelts are on, fuel selectors on both, engine gauges are checked. They're all good. Heading indicator, we got 053, 053. Altimeter set 2992, 2992. Radios are set. We select this since I changed a couple of things. This is just a backup. 1175 is the inbound course. 15.7 is Seal Beach. Is standing by. I'm actually going to use that here in a minute. And for intersection, just as a backup. Approaching Sager intersection right there. And for the holding pattern, autopilot is on. I'll do this before landing. Mixture. Get it back a little bit. There we are, and I'll set that for landing. Flaps I'll set later. Approach speed check. So the before landing checklist is complete. Coming up on the fix. And 1175 is standing by right there. There it is, KSNA, ILS. So it's did it, N is dot it, and then A did dot. Okay, turn to 016, pre-select this, 015, 016, and it's turning into the holding pattern. We're at 120 knots. We'll shoot this approach at 120. Looks like the airplane likes that better at cruise powers, slow cruise power, say 19 inches of manifold pressure. Okay, we're coming out to our outbound course. Rolling wings level. Time has started, and time has started twice. So time, turn, throttle, and we're good. And talk, SoCal, Cessna Alpha Sierra is Sager outbound. Looks like the GPS 530 is going to do it. And we're outbound on the procedure turn. 35 seconds. Did it. Dot it, and then did dot. Okay, left turn, autopilot's doing a good job. We're going to come back inbound for an intercept course to the inbound course of 196. There's 200, 196. I'm going to go at least, at a minimum, 30-degree intercept. Coming back, we're below the glide slope, looks good. On speed. Standard rate turn. Machine's looking good. Here showing that. Level at 3,500 feet. I'm going to prop back a little more. Go to 1175 here as a backup, and inbound course 196, 195, 196. This is just as a reminder. Coming to more of a 45-degree intercept with the GPS. That looks good. 196 is right there. 45 degrees. So probably it starts coming back in. We'll turn right to intercept the course. This is centered. That's centered because that's on the tiered parallel entry back to Sager intersection. Course is coming alive. Let's go nav 2. It's on 1175, 1175. Did it. That is checked. Did it, dot it, did dot. Coming on back on the inbound course, that's centered, and it's coming onto it. Okay, that looks good. Coming up up on Sager intersection. As a backed up 049, this should not turn at all. It doesn't turn. So 050, 049. That should be to the right, and it should be almost centering. Yep, it's centering right there. We're at Sager intersection, 3,400 feet. Reduce power to stay at 120 knots. It's a small step down. The magenta line transition, so we're looking good. 3,400 feet, it's leveled off, adding power again to maintain 120 knots. Good holding pattern entry, looking for the next fix of snake to good to 2,800 feet. On altitude, on course, that has transition. We've crossed Sager intersection, snake intersection 060. Pre-select that. We're still on GPS, that's okay. I can transfer it over to CDI once we get on our final approach fix. Course coming in. Just a little slow, 120 knots. Just slow it down to 100 knots. Identified number 2 for Seal Beach. Seal Beach is did it, and then did it. Let's verify that. Number 2. Yep. So the VOR is identified number 2, so that's good to be used. Glide slope's coming alive, but we still need to step down 2 more step downs. 2,800 and then 2,200 feet. Speed's coming up at 105 knots. Up on snake on the GPS, snake on raw data. Doing 110 knots, 105 indicator. I can turn that off now as long as I have a flag. Verified snake, step down to 2,800 feet. Okay, pitching down, reducing power to maintain speed. We are on the glide slope, but we are not going to intercept it until lemon. (300 feet to level off). (100 feet to level off). It's captured, adding power so we don't slow down. 2,800 feet. Okay, lemon is 078. It can go down to 2,200 feet. So 500 feet to level off, and lemon is at 076. 070, 076. There's lemon coming up right there. Message. Yep. I'm going to go to Vorloke. We're still on LNAV. So I'm going to change now to Vorloke. This should be on 1175. Identify that one. And arm the approach. Approach is armed, it's capturing. We're on glide slope. Coming up on 2,200 feet is the glide slope intercept. So we're on glide slope, approach, and glide slope is armed. So 2,200 feet going down to 255 feet. On speed, on course, just going to back that one up. That one should center. That's just the localizer. On speed, airport's up there. Okay, so glide slope altitude's captured. I should be able to set missed approach altitude. I'm going to give that a try. I'm not 100% sure on this GPS. Let me see if it... Yes. No. Yep, glide slope still captured. It's going to say for a go around 800 foot per minute. So on speed, on core, okay, gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, brakes, lights, engine instruments check, adding power to maintain 100 knots, gear down 3 green lights. Okay, 1,000 feet to minimums. So back up, did it, dot it, and then did dot. Looks like we're hitting a little bit of turbulence. And the aircraft's maintaining course pretty well. Continuing to the missed approach point, 255 feet. Decision altitude. Back on glide path. 500. Back on glide path. Correcting localizer glide slope. 100 to minimums. There's minimums, no runway in sight, going around. There's power, going around. Positive rate, gear up. Staying on the localizer. This will go to suspend once we cross the runway. There it is, suspend. Go back to GPS and missed approach. It's magenta again, climbing 3,000 feet on the localizer. Gears up, flaps are up, go around mode. Off 3,000 feet where we're going to on the localizer. Still good. Okay, and just cycle to the correct missed approach. Above 1,000 feet, 25 inches, 2,500 RPM, another 2450. Runway tower, Cessna Alpha Romeo, going around. Trim it. Let the airplane fly itself. Cancel that. Going out to minnow intersection. Let's select approach. Select approach. I'm going to do the, looks like the RNAV Yankee 20 right. And we'll still go to Sabre intersection, and I'll activate that one. And right now we're still on head. So, RNAV Yankee, there it is. RNAV Yankee, so that's the fix I want. Hit menu, activate leg, yes. Sabre to Bonky, yes, that's the leg I want to have. Inbound course is 196, 196. That's the LPV approach. And altitude there, 2,200, so let's go down. I'll come back. 2,200, level off, power remains, slowing down. gas on both, undercarriage to go, mixture, prop, brakes, lights, engine instruments, seatbelts. 2,200 feet. Looks good. Below the glide path, and take it out just a little bit more. Okay, it's looking good right there. The intercept on the approach. Looks like it captured it. 96. Glide slope's coming in. Approach is armed. Glide slope is captured. Or the glide path for the GPS approach. Okay, activated. And we're starting a descent. Go down. LPV approach, GPS. Three green lights. On the path, minimums 255 on the LPV. On speed, 100 knots. On glide path, approach is looking good. Okay, gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop. Brakes already checked. Lights are on. Engine instruments check. Correcting my airspeed. It's an LPV approach. Approaching Vegu. Should be crossing Vegu. 1420. At less than half a mile to Vegu. Vegu, 1420, about 1430, so we're looking good. Still on the proper glide path. And gears down. $1,000 to minimums. Has 10 degrees of flaps, start speed reduction, maintain the glide path. Approaching minimums. Minimums, runway in sight. I'm within the wide arc, 20 degrees of flaps. Balloon, correcting. Looks like there's a little bit of a left crosswind. Approaching 80 knots, full flaps. Clear the runway here. Okay, after landing check, lights were all set. Camera, transponder was turned back to on. Action, we got the mixture and flaps. So engine shutdown, throttle idle. It's at idle. We do a mag check. At idle. Yep, wanted to shut down. Back to both. Throttle 1,000 RPM. Looks good. Avionics electrical off. Avionics is off. Mixture cut off. And lights are all set. Mixture cut off. Engine shuts down. Low pressure volts. Fuel flow. Got oil pressure. Amps are being drawn. Temperature still good. Master alternator off, ignition key off, up on the glare shield normally, just leave it here, and engine shutdown is complete. Ops meter 96.4, works well.